Ushering a second-generation operation into a new era means balancing business as usual while forging a path toward new horizons.
When my father took this business, there was probably 15 operators in a 100-mile area, let's say, and now there's 4. And in the next 10 or 15 years, probably a couple of those are going to go away. We're going to have to grow to survive.
Meet Patrick Mertens of Aero Applicators, a family business deeply rooted in the eastern plains of Colorado. For Patrick, flying isn't just a job, it's a way of life, and always has been.
I kind of grew up in the business, started loading airplanes, just doing miscellaneous work. And then I was kind of an athlete growing up and went off to college and stuff like that. So after I was done with that part of my life, I came back to the business and always enjoyed it and liked the Sterling area and liked the business, so thought it'd be a good place to go.
He's following into his father's, Daryl Mertens' footsteps, who bought the business in 1984.
My father was probably the biggest influence in my life. Witnessed him, what he did, growing up. No job was beneath him to do.
As the second generation of Mertens running Aero Applicators in Colorado, he is building on his father's legacy while future-proofing the operation.
As a means of survival, we're going to have to grow and add new services and expand and better utilize our assets. There's really not very many businesses like us left in the ag industry. We sell fertilizer, chemical products, seed, do aerial and ground application. We do most of our own field scouting. Probably 99% of our acres are booked by ourselves. With me coming back into the business, kind of wanted to bring something to the table, and that was the aero seat business. It's kind of been my baby. Started off, I think, in 2014 with an Air Tractor 602, and we've been able to grow that to, operating 3 802s out on fire contracts. It was kind of a struggle. We started out with on-call federal contracts, so it was very hit or miss work and nothing guaranteed, and finally built the business up and got enough personnel around and enough specialized equipment. We were able to earn the Colorado exclusive use fire contract this past winter. It's always been a goal of ours and a goal of my father's to win that, and it's kind of a special contract, takes special equipment and enhanced equipment that most people don't have.
Patrick faces challenges like many small businesses in this industry. He's finding ways to navigate them one at a time.
Another problem in the business is the pilot shortage. To be a fire pilot and to meet the minimums takes a very specialized pilot, and there's just not very many people like that out there. You got to be a bush pilot, you have to be a low-level pilot, aerial application pilot. You need to have some large airplane experience flying into these major airports that are controlled. It takes time to build that up.
For Patrick Mertens and Aero Applicators, flying isn't just about staying afloat. It's about thriving. It's about facing challenges head-on. It's about choosing the best tool for the job, maximizing earning ability, and ensuring every minute in the air counts.
There's no more land being made, so there's no more farmers being made. If anything, the farm size per farm is growing. So if you lose a customer, it is extremely hard to replace that customer. We're a very opportunistic business, so we rely on bugs and diseases and weeds to stay in business.
Some seasons, margins are tighter than in other years. The pressure is always on, but Patrick loves what he does.
I really like doing the job, being involved in the business. You can do office work some days, you can go out and try to fix something the next days, you can go look at a field other days, So you're never doing the same thing day in and day out. The other reason it brings me back is, I enjoy working with my father. We've worked, side by side for, 8-10 years now, and it's a joy to do that. Not a lot of people get that opportunity.
To make sure he gets to do this job for a good long time, Patrick relies on Air Tractor, tapping into the strength and resources of the company to keep him flying, earning, and building the company. Operations like Aero Applicators benefit from the worldwide dealer network of experts ready to support them on all fronts. That's what flying with confidence is all about. That's what flying Air Tractor is all about.